talking IT, IT.
Yeah,
Today we're talking IT.
Know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We attituders, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learning here is likely, so let's talk IT.
Good afternoon, well, it's good evening right now, everyone out there in Radio Land. This is Let's Talk IT one more time. It's always a privilege to be here, to talk about what is going on in SKNRA and technology overall. But today's show will be focusing on the St. Kitts Nevis robotics team. Yeah, the robotics team is getting ready, and we're going to focus on them. But before we do that, let's cover a few things that we need to get out of the way. So you can find Let's Talk IT on Anchor, Beaker, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We are all over the place. LinkedIn, you'll find the Let's Talk IT show, and you'll also find updates on the Robotics Association. The Robotics Association is a part of the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics. The team is a part of the association. And so that is something that a number of persons always ask me on the roadside. They ask me whether or not the robotics team is a separate thing from the Robotics Association. And I have to say to them, no. They are actually, one is in charge of the other one. And so, yes, so we'll be talking about that today. For persons who are out there who want to call in at any point in time, it's 662-0989, 762-0989, or simply 466-0989. So yes, so this is brought to us by TDC, by SKNRA, and IITAE. As a matter of fact, for those who are wondering what IIE stands for, it is International Information Technology Academy of Excellence. And that is actually a company here in St. Kitts and Nevis that actually provides LMS. And when I say LMS, it means Learning Management System. And so we have schools who are on that platform to actually learn more about technology, to actually allow teachers to host courses and a number of other things. So that is what they do. And then you have the Robotics Association and TDC. So a big shout out to TDC for making sure that this is happening every single 2 weeks, I believe. So they actually allow that to happen. So we're actually excited about that. But before we actually dive into questioning the team who is getting ready to come on, I'm not sure if they're here. Oh, they're here. I'm seeing them. Okay. All right, guys, I'm seeing 3 persons here from the team. But before we dive into that, I want to encourage all the schools in St. Kitts and Nevis to make sure you join the Robotics Association, right? Make sure you join the Robotics Association. Make sure that when you decide to go to university, you have on your application that you are part of a Robotics Association. Do you have any idea how awesome that is? Applying for a university among other students applying, and you as a student, a potential student, on your application, you are a member of a Robotics Association. That's an awesome thing, right? And also the Robotics Association provides recommendations and references for students who decide they're going to go to any university across the world. So we cover that. So that is something good for young people. And yes, young people in St. Kitts and Nevis need to get the best opportunity out there possible, right? And so the Robotics Association is not all just talk. We are action. We get things done. And so we have a number of students who would have traveled and preparing to leave. I think 2 of our members will be going away. I believe Jeremiah Henry is one of them who will be traveling to Taiwan, I believe. And, oh Lord, I forget his name. We have close to 300 members. Come on, right? So we have a number of students who would have received scholarships and they are going to go off to university. And we actually will be their behind them, encouraging them, sending them messages, following up on them to make sure everything is fine. That is what the Robotics Association do. We do not leave you out in the woods. As a matter of fact, we actually have recently added to one of our mandate to make sure we have scholarships available. So that is something that we're actually working on to ensure that that is a thing for the students who are traveling overseas. Yes, somebody sent me a message. Yes, we do have a new government in St. Kitts, and one of the mandate that we heard is to have free tuition at CFBC, which is a good thing, right? So it means then will SKNRA also provide scholarships to CFBC? No, our shift would be to see if we can assist students who are overseas at school in some way. Once you are a member of the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association. Now, I can hear people in the background saying, how do we join? Okay? Now, the way how you join is simply type in sknra.org, right, in Google, and you will see it as the first search option that pops up. And once you get on that website, let me get there as a matter of fact. Once you get on that website, you're simply going to go to Take Action, then you move to Membership, and then you click on Become a Member. And once you select Become a Member, you're going to simply punch in your full name, email address, a contact number, and just a little bit about yourself. So we know a little bit about you, right? So that is the basic requirement to actually join the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics, St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. So let me say that again, to join the Robotics Association, because persons always ask me that on the street. Hey, Dr. Neil, I would like my daughter to join. I would like my son to join. I would like to join myself. How do you do it? Simple. Just simply go to sknra.org, go to the tab that says Take Action, move to Membership, and scroll down to Become a Member. Once you select that, you just simply scroll down, and you'll see a page that says Become a Member. You type your full name there, punch in your email address, make sure the email address works. Please make sure it works, because if you put that email address there that doesn't work, we can't contact you. We can't, we won't be able to have a to reach out to you. So make sure you have that, and you put a valid number that we can reach you. We are always using different technology, so we'll be on WhatsApp or whatever the technology may be, and then you type in a little bit about yourself. And once you do that, then the admin will receive the information. And once the admin receives the information, he or she will then add you to a chat. And then you will see the other members there, and they will welcome you with open arms to be a part of the association. So that is awesome. Another news that I want to touch on, is that we have recently made contact with several corporations who definitely want to be a part of the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association. And we're excited about it, right? I won't give it away as yet. I won't give all the information away as yet as to who are these people, right? But these are companies within St. Kitts and outside of St. Kitts who want to be a part of this association because they believe in providing opportunity for young people, all right? They believe in that. And so once companies and corporations believe in that, then we will work along with them. And so we have these companies who want to come on board. So it will be new soon. So for those who are excited about that, soon and very soon you'll hear the names, and there will be a public signing of agreement between the Robotics Association and these companies. And the purpose of the signing is to make sure we have these solid partners to ensure that we provide all the robotics events and games and challenges locally, not just internationally. All right, and that is very, very important to us. It makes no sense for us to only have games internationally. We have to have challenges locally. And the purpose of these challenges is to give the young people an outlet to actually exercise the knowledge and skills that they have, and prove to the Federation that, hey, we are just as good as any other country across the world, right? So that is what we have built, and so the companies who have come on board, we are excited about that. And so some more information is going to be given about that. So that is what we're excited about. So we want all the schools in St. Kitts and Nevis to make sure you go to sknra.org, go click on the option that says take action. Then you go to, let me see if I remember. Make sure I remember. Right. And then you move to membership. And then we click on become a member. We have a caller.
Yes, good night.
Good night. I'm hearing a familiar voice.
Oh, yes. I'm interested in the youth.
Oh, yes. How are you
Now,
doing?
why I am calling, they had CARICOM Agriculture synopsis or whatever it was.
Right.
I think it's sometime last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about getting young people involved in agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the different areas that young people could take part in.
Right.
And they mentioned robotics.
Yes.
And my mind went straight to you all.
Mm-hmm.
And are you aware of what was said?
As a matter of fact, no, but you can enlighten me. Let me.
Yes, they were talking about getting youth in the non-traditional part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Setting up marketing, websites, different things, and robotics, agriculture. Modern agriculture.
Yeah, modern. Yeah. As a matter of fact, last year when the students competed, the theme was around agriculture actually. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's what you
surprised
think,
that they did that.
So the chairman of CARICOM was making those statements. So maybe you could check it out, because
Yes.
if they are encouraging young people to get into that, because I know you all had something the other day,
Yes.
a
Yes.
challenge,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
you might be able to get some support there.
Yeah, for sure. We generally try to reach out as soon as we hear persons.
Yeah, so
because
check out the CARICOM website.
definitely.
It was a big regional symposium on agriculture.
Mm-hmm. And that
they
is
were
something
talking
important.
about the different things, all like those who do in ITC,
Right.
using your skills. So everybody don't have to go and dig up the ground.
Right.
But I was quite interested when they said robotics,
Mm-hmm.
because at least you all have begun.
Yeah, you see what happened is that since we started pushing the whole notion of engineering and robotics and STEM and STEAM, it has been a flood throughout the Caribbean region. So it's a big talk.
You're not good things start here.
Of course.
Yes, good things start here. We're the mother entrepreneur.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't say colonizer.
No.
But check it out.
Yeah,
Because I said
definitely.
if you are asking young people to go that way, then they should be willing to invest.
Of course, because it takes finances to push these
I know.
things.
One of these days I'm going to finance something for you.
Why, of course, we have open
My name
hands.
is Sylvie Henry.
Oh yes, we're fully aware of you, Miss Henry.
And I listen to your show, cause
Yes.
I like
Yeah,
computers and stuff.
and technology, yes.
So check it out.
Definitely,
I think
we
it
will
was
do.
last week or over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so we had our first caller there, Miss Henry, encouraging us to check out what is going on with CARICOM and the youths. And CARICOM oftentimes put on some events that has to do with the youths. And, we're asking, if anyone is listening from CARICOM, hey, we're here. St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association is here, and we are ready to go. We're ready to go. We have all our documentation organized, our events organized. As a matter of fact, we have just finished our strategic plan for events. So we just did a strategic plan directly focusing on events. So every month, something is actually scheduled to actually happen. So yes, so we have all of those things organized and put together. But yes, we are open to ensure that all the stakeholders, come on board with us and work with us, to ensure that we provide some kind of games. Now, someone asked me, what is the purpose of these challenges? And yes, people will ask these things from time to time, But when you put young people in the position of exercising their skill set and their knowledge, it means that you're telling them to practice a particular technique. You're telling them to practice and allow their cognitive development to grow more and more, right? To increase their mind power. That is what you're doing. And you have them doing it while it is seen as fun. And so once you put them in that position, then you find that these young people will actually grow up to be the innovators. They grow up to be the world changers. And that's what happened right across the world. So this is not new. What we are bringing here is nothing new. We're not reinventing the wheel by no means, right? It is not new. Because if you look on the European Union and Europe, and you look on Asia, and you look on the different groups, you find that they have these mass engineering events or these STEM or STEAM events, and they put a lot of investment in it, right? A lot of investment in it. The national robotics team who will be traveling, which we're going to talk about a bit, later on, and also introduce our guests who are here. They invest heavily into these things because they have recognized that the only way you can change the region, or the only way they can change their populace, or the only way they can change the mindset and the thinking is by putting the young people in a position to actually enjoy themselves while at the same time solving difficult problems, right? And that has been working for a number of countries for years now, right? If you look on Silicon Valley, Silicon Valley is filled with past students who would have participated in the same robotics event that our young people here in St. Kitts and Nevis are actually competing every year, right? So all of these guys who are sending out these technologies, such as the self-driving cars, self-driving trucks, and applications that navigate, different, robotics, complex devices. They're all coming out of Silicon Valley. They would have played a part into these events that we are actually a part of here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So we don't have a fear in stepping out and ensuring that we have young people here in St. Kitts and Nevis be a part of these massive global events. We don't have to have that fear. Because I remember when we first started, it was like diving into the ocean and not sure where we were going to end up. And we did that. And here we are now, forming an association. We have a board, we have executives, and we have members. And here we are encouraging young people to join the Robotics Association so we can have mass events and include them in it, and also, have scholarships available as it comes, and also to give them more exposure in the world of technology. So that is what we're actually excited about here. So I know the second half is coming up, but before we have 3 young people here, right? 3 young people here. They look serious. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so we have 3 young men, 2 young men and a young lady. I was about to say 3 young men here. My apologies, right? So we have 2 young men here, 1 young lady, and they are members of the 2022 robotics team, all right? We are actually grateful to have them grace us with their presence here. I know that they're excited about what is happening now, and I'm hoping that they can tell us some more about it in the second half of the show. For the first half, they're just going to introduce themselves, and then the second half of the show is going to be entirely up to them. So you won't hear me here shelling it as what young people, I don't know if young people use that word anymore about shelling it. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're the only.
I'm the only one
who's
who's
heard using it. Yeah.
I'm the only one who's stuck in that
and
world.
your students. So I'm like, I've never heard this phrase before.
Oh my God. So you see, I'm like an ancient one. All right. So I'm going to take it from my left, which is possibly your right. and you're going to introduce yourself and say your full name, what school you attend, um, and yeah, and what made you join the team. I guess that's Michael.
Hi. Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Michael. We
So I
can
was
hear you.
having
We
some
can hear you.
technical difficulties. Okay. Um. Hi. Good night, everyone. What made me join the team? Um. I guess
Like,
it
you
was.
can give us your full name and school.
Okay. Um. Well, my name is Michael Shaw. I'm 17 right now, and I'm not currently in a school right now, but I did attend Washington Archibald High School,
You mean that you'll be
and
graduating this year?
yeah, I'll graduate in this year. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
I think you've seen me in the previous challenges,
okay.
like the different previous years robotics team and the underwater drone challenge that they did locally.
Oh,
I was
so you're a part of the. Oh, but that means you have been in several challenges, man. So
yes,
you're a
yes.
part of last
I
year's
think it was
robotics
since
team. I was, and
and
the
the
year
year
before.
before.
What?
Think since
Okay,
2019
since
or 2020.
2019. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You seem like you're committed, man.
Yes, yeah. Yes, I don't think I could not be uncommitted, honestly, because
So
it's
you,
always been fun and great time with everyone.
so you're part of the 2019 team, the 2020
20.
and
I think
2021, or it was 2020 and 2021.
yeah,
Or 2020,
and this
2021.
year.
And then you're a part of
Mhm.
the underwater drone challenge. Listen, the
Yes,
underwater drone challenge, I think it was an awesome event that
very
went on.
awesome.
I don't think it's appreciated much, but it's an awesome event. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and to answer the question of why I joined the team, honest the event cause of the I heard of the event from like family members and someone and a student was previously under you who went to the first one, right? Xavier Shaw. He went to the first one with the first event. I think it was 2017, and I thought it was nice. And I guess I was since I was like really loved interested into like things like IT and robotics. Maybe I got that idea from like close family members also, but yeah, and I really thought that this would like really help bring out Saint Kitts, cause as someone like me who's young and say I play a lot of like online games and stuff, and talk to people online a lot, right? And then every single time I would have this like conversation like where are you from or something, and you say Saint Kitts, Nevis, right? But they never heard of it, so you have to keep explaining where is that, what is Saint Kitts and Nevis. No one ever heard of it, so I thought like, oh, this will definitely help with that same old-fashioned question.
All right.
That's
So that's Michael, who has been a veteran, apparently a veteran. All right. Then we have Hiten.
Hi everyone. Um, my name is Hiten Samtani. Yes. I um really um the first global robotics event. Your brother um Zav and
My brother or Michael's brother.
no, Michael. Oof. I'm really just collecting my thoughts
Yeah,
here.
go ahead. Yeah. Relax, relax, relax.
Yeah, I am not relaxed at all. Okay. Is it okay if you give me a minute to gather my
All right,
thoughts?
of course, certainly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over to the lady in the room, and so she's gonna introduce herself. Then we're gonna come back to Hiten, because Hiten is still gathering his thoughts. All right, yes. And I think you're from Nevis, so I think that is very
Yes.
important. All right.
Good night. My name is Zakiwa Elliott. I will be graduating from the Charleston Secondary School. My mother was the one who signed me up for the robotics program, and she told me nothing about it. I found out about it when I saw the email, and then I went to question her about it, and she was like, "Oh, I just thought it was something you'd like." So that's how I ended up here, and then said it seems interesting, so let me go and see what it's about.
Right. So you just stayed on to see what's about. All right. Hiten, do we come back to you now?
Uh, what's the topic actually?
So you're introducing yourself. So the public is listening, want to
Oh.
hear who you are.
Yeah, I can
right?
tell the public is listening. Yeah.
Right. So you gave your name. You're a former student
Right.
at CFBC, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. Um,
Why did you choose to join to be a part of the team this year?
this year,
Mhm.
because I finally
because you
got
would
an
have been
opportunity to.
because you were actually around when several of the
Yeah.
other students traveled before. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was trying to explain. Right. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do it before
Mhm.
because of priorities. But now I'm free. I'm able to help with the team. So I will not be a performer in the match. I would be a volunteer, which would mean that I would help First Global organize the event. And there are many, many different roles, such as from resetting the field, talking to people, office administration, like a wide variety of roles. So I won't be competing, but I will work on the robot directly. So that's something I would get to do then.
So I think that is
Yeah.
actually something important because where St. Kitts and Nevis is now, we have reached a stage where we're no longer only competing, but we also have representatives from the federation who is a part of First Global getting the match ready. The first year that actually happened to us, I think it was in 2019, I believe, when the team traveled to Dubai. Yeah, it was Jeremilia and Jervik, I believe, who actually. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Right. So Jeremilia and Jervik, who actually they decided that they wanted to go back to be a part of the event, and so I would have advised them to, hey, since you guys can't make the team and want to give other young people a chance, I want you guys to apply and let me know so I can forward a message to First Global for them to be a part of the organizers group. And so they were able to become, I believe they were match resetters, and they actually helped out to ensure that the game goes on. So after a match, they would come out and reorganize the stuff, the ball, the robot, the pit, they call it the pit. They would organize, and then the next match would start. So St. Kitts and Nevis has been going good. It's just that persons do not know. I was in rituals today, and somebody said, I didn't know we do robotics here. All right, so we actually have to take a break here. We're at the half hour. Time is going so fast.
Yes.
So we're taking a break, and we're coming right back after these messages.
Yes.
Jean,
body spray is hot, boy. I can't take it.
Well, it's a good thing I called. The TDC Home and Building Depots are having their Cool 'em Down sale with 20% discount on fans, AC units, coolers, fridges, and more to beat this heat, girl.
Girl, Betty, you're making joke.
No, so stop sweating and let's go to the store now.
Ooh, you come pick me up, because may want to miss the sale at TDC Home and Building Depot.
Yeah, man. And don't forget you can also shop online too, using shoptdcgroup.com.
Cool.
Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today. We got it with no time to play, with no time to wait, so we're gonna keep up the pace. Hey, most likely. Y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, okay, hey, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, alright, ooh,
We're gonna keep it lively.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Hey.
When we're talking IT.
Hey.
IT.
Yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We attituders, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learn to hear is likely, so let's start IT.
That sounds good, right? I can sing, right?
Yes.
You guys just tell me I can't. You know I can't sing. Welcome back, our listeners and viewers on Facebook, YouTube. We're here again at Let's Talk IT show. It's a show that is sponsored by TDC, St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, IITAE, and we are grateful to be here. We actually have some of the members who will be participating in the 2022 Robotics Challenge, well, Robotics Olympics, which is going to be in Geneva. So we have them here. Before we took the break, we were talking about the fact that and that thing slipped my mind, right? We also have Everell here in the studio. Again. Everell is here. Well, I am just a temporary host. Let me just say that Everell is the true host, but today I'm hosting the show.
Yeah,
today,
a lot of stuff going on in reality
yes.
itself. So,
So
my bad again.
yeah, so I'm kind of holding it down with Everell for a while, and then
great, so
after a while I won't be here anymore. Everell is going to hold it down. All right, so there's a very important point came out when we were talking, because I totally forget. Apart from St. Kitts and Nevis actually have a national team representing the federation on an annual basis at the Robotics Olympics, we also have participants playing a role at First Global from the federation here of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I think that is something important to actually highlight, right? Because in 2019, we did have Jeremy Henry and Jervik Lapsley, who actually were volunteers at First Global, and so their responsibility and their role was to ensure that they're able to reset the field and get things organized before the event. So even though they traveled with the team, they were actually volunteers with First Global, and I thought that when that thing happened for the first time, I was extremely proud. I'm not lying, because they started out as just members of the team, and then they moved to now volunteers with the Robotics Olympics, right? I thought that was a great transition, because they were giving space for other students to become a part of the challenge, right? And so I thought that was awesome. And so this year again, we have the same thing, because we now have Hiten. Hiten, you have you been confirmed already to be a volunteer, or are they still working out the details?
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to receive a confirmation email.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like I think I'm in.
Just thinking. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's you and
I did everything I could.
Right. So I think it's you and Brandon, right?
Oh, okay.
Brandon will also be a volunteer at the Robotics Olympics. But again, as time progresses, we're going to have a press conference. And so the various, of course, WINNFM first will get the news first. And we're going to break the news here first as to who will be going as a volunteer and who will be going as the national team. So for our listeners out there, this is Let's Talk IT, where we are actually interviewing, having a conversation with members of the robotics team for 2022. We have to do robotics. We just have to do it. And we are one of the first robotics association in the Caribbean region. And I say that with much pride, that it came out of St. Kitts and Nevis. Yeah, we did that. Right? No one told us to do it, but we just do it, right? And now we have a standard right across right across the world. We have companies outside of the Caribbean region reaching out to us, asking us, "Hey, what kind of event you guys planning? Is there any way we can be a part of it?" So I mean, yeah. So yeah, we are proud of what we have done, right? We still have a lot more to do, a whole lot more to do, because for those persons who listen to the show, probably every now and then you will hear us talking about we want to have a OECS challenge where we bring all the countries from the OECS region to St. Kitts and Nevis here. And have a challenge and get the young people right across. And St. Kitts and Nevis would be the headquarters, right? We also would like, and we actually have a new government, and we as the association would like to have a building. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. We want to have a robotics complex in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Nice foundation.
Of course, a complex. I mean, we have done the impossible already. We have been to Washington, D.C. We defeat over 160 plus countries.
Yes, that's true.
And we came back as champions. We did it in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Come on. We need a robotics complex here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And once you have a robotics complex, we can bring in all the different countries to come in St. Kitts and Nevis to compete, and we have the challenge. And people will be spending money staying at hotels. So it's good for the economy. And also the young people is benefiting from all of these events. I think that's an excellent idea. I'm just leaving it right out there. Just putting it out there, Let the wind carry it to government headquarters. Let the wind carry it to the Chamber of Commerce. Let the wind carry it all over. Let the wind just carry it, all over through the Caribbean region, across the waters. St. Kitts and Nevis want to have a robotics complex, a wonderful complex, right? And an architect might hear and say, "Hey, we can draft up a design for you guys, The wind is carrying it, right?"
Yes, indeed.
And a funder might say, "You know what? Let's just put $8 or $9 million in it and build this complex." We just put it out there,
Number. That's a good number.
Yeah, And all the governments in the region say, "You know what? Let's put some effort into allowing this thing to happen. Let us form, a Caribbean Robotics Association. Headquarters, St. Kitts and Nevis.
The new beginning.
Yes.
Something special.
A revolution.
Yes. Exactly.
A transformation right throughout the region. People going to wonder, what is going on in St. Kitts?
Something new.
Right? Right? This is beyond a Silicon Valley. This is a transformation. Yeah. Let the wind carry it. That is my phrase for tonight. Let the wind carry it, all over, Let it wind carry it and put it right at Dr. Drew's, Dr. Terence Drew's foot, right there, He's just right there. And they bring it to all the ministers right there. And they're like,
Interesting.
Right. What? Let us just let us give the Robotics Association, about 5 acres of land. And then let us see how we can build a complex and maximize, on that. And make sure we have an alternative to tourism, an alternative, because we're dependent on tourism so much.
Yes, that's
so,
true.
Why
and
not? Let us just, so let us just, build a complex and invite the countries to come over and spend some money in the country.
And next solutions to it.
Oh, yes. While the young people just have fun doing challenges. I think that's awesome. That's an awesome idea.
It's a great idea. Honestly.
Yeah.
And it's the next, best way to deal with it.
Of course, And then you encourage other robotics associations in China, in Taiwan, in the United States, in Russia, in Canada, all over United States, to come and let us have events and invite other people to come down. We have a complex. I'm just saying.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just saying. All right, guys. So for those of you who are listening and wondering what they're talking about up there, right? We're talking about the robotics team.
Yes, it's true.
The St. Kitts and Nevis robotics team members are here, and we are having a little chat. Time is running away from us so far. We're having a little chat, and we're hoping that the wind of change, might come our way, right? So we have Michael Shaw here, we have Hitten, and we have, I forget, Miss Elliott.
Yakira.
I didn't hear that.
Yakira.
Yakira, okay, Yakira. So we have Yakira here, and they are members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, robotics team, and we're here trying to get to know them some more because I was in a place of business today, not calling a name, and I was there sitting down, having a drink, not a alcoholic drink, because you're looking at me like I do not drink.
I know you don't drink.
I was drinking tea. All right.
I
was trying to give an idea to tea or drink or soda. I don't even know, so I was trying to figure out.
I was drinking tea, and a lady she was sitting beside me, and I said to her, "Are you familiar that Saint Kitts do have a robotics team?" And she was like, "What? A robotics team in St. Kitts? I've been in the United States and I've seen those things. We've never seen it here." I said, "Yeah." She's like, "You're lying." I'm like, "Yes." She said, I've spent so many years in the States and I've seen it. I've never heard about that before. I'm like, "Yeah, we do. We do." So a lot of people still is unaware that St. Kitts and Nevis do have a robotics association and we have a robotics team, right? And, we do pride ourselves in ensuring that young people are prepared for this kind of challenge.
Yes, indeed.
So, yes, so to the public out there, yes, we do have a robotics association and we do have a robotics team that represents St. Kitts and Nevis on an annual basis wherever the challenge is for the Olympics. So if it is in Timbuktu, we're there. If it's in Japan, we're there. Anywhere, we're going to be there to actually participate because we have stakes in it, right? So, guys, who are here? Yeah, I know you guys did say, how you guys, got into the whole robotics. But I'm going to ask you guys, what does this challenge mean to you? And, we don't have a lot of time because time is running away already. I'm going to throw it out there. What does this challenge mean to you?
I know it sounds boring, but for me, it's an opportunity to get a lot of experience in the fields of STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Yeah, art and mathematics.
Art, that's STEAM. Us. We branded STEAM, the St. Kitts Nevis Robotic Association. We made STEAM, right?
No, we actually stand more behind STEM because in STEAM the arts is not really focused on, and we felt that the arts is actually something important because we do have.
No, I'm sorry. I thought we invented that term.
Oh no. Well, that would be amazing. That would be awesome, but no.
That'll be a
Anyways, I would really like to get experience, get a feel of the engineering aspect while making the robot that will hopefully decimate other countries. Not literally, but on the field.
Yeah.
On a playing field of robots.
Yeah, okay. Use a strong word there. Decimate. Once you use that word right, the first thing came to my mind is war. Yeah, war. As in what do they call the robots now? They have a game called is it
I think it was BattleBots.
BattleBots. Yes, BattleBots. Yeah, but but it is not BattleBots. Just saying. All right.
Would be fun.
So so I'm trying the same thing to Michael because Michael has been doing this thing for a while. So Michael, why you still continue? I mean, why you decide, hey, you know what? I need to do this thing again. I can't get enough of this.
Yeah.
I'm addicted.
That. It's like a drug, yeah. Not really. Maybe. Who knows?
Say no to drugs, kids. Just say
we don't do that.
No to drugs.
Yeah, we don't do that.
But the thing is, right? You might think it's just the same thing if coming from someone. They're just repeating the same thing. Not really. They say, you learn something new every day. Every time I do this, it furthers my knowledge. I learn new stuff. You don't even need to have a previous base knowledge for doing robotics. I say, I have to be a rocket scientist or I don't know, I have to learn coding or something. No, The First Global has some programs that will teach you, and also Eskinari has many people you can go to learn, right? And yeah, and just like hitting people, as you said, for opportunities, right? Just like Eskinari, like what Dr. Neil previously said about going to scholarships and and other things and tuition. But first, for the First Global competition, right? It's an like it is a huge opportunity. You are basically going out there to meet with 180 countries, and each of those countries has a team of like 5 or more people, and you need to bring in out yourself to those people, different people, to learn about your country, right? And this is a big opportunity for Syncits too, investors. So investors from all these different areas and stuff.
I think that is an awesome. I like how you end with investors. You know, yeah, we always need money.
Yeah, maybe,
All right.
maybe the headquarters might come in soon enough, you know.
Okay, the same question. You know, what does this mean to you? You know, and I'm glad you're here because you know Nevis. You know, we are Saint Kitts and Nevis.
We're not leaving that
Saint
out.
Kitts and Nevis. Let me say Saint Kitts and Nevis, right?
Not-
So I don't want anybody to say, hey, you know, it's just a Saint Kitts thing. You just a say no. This is a Saint Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. All right. So we have, because as a matter of fact, we have executives who are from Nevis. Some people didn't know that, right? Yes, Miss Elliott, what does this mean to you? This event means to you?
It's an opportunity to do something different to what I'm accustomed to, as well as for others in Nevis to see it and be like, oh, okay, this is something I want to do. Like, I know a couple people who like interested in these kind of things. So it's like nice for them to get the opportunity to actually do it rather than to just see it and like TV and those kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, you know, once we have, you know, young people are part of something, you know, friends are going to say, I wonder why. I need to find out. Let me go and let me go and see what is going on here. All right? And before you know it, they are part of it.
The next thing, I'm going to add something on to Shafiq's sentence and stuff like that. Since, you know, the whole event, the whole competition, going against 180 countries, each country will bring in something different that will give you more experience and idea of what they were thinking of, or, you know, see how from their side of how they build their robot. And it will attract your eyes and, you know, give you ideas yourself to, you know, put something new out there. So
Yeah.
it's an amazing thing to try it as well.
Because this is the funny thing about the robotics challenge. The way how it is structured is that you receive a kit, right, with loose parts. So it's not a pre-built thing. So you're loose components. And so the challenge is you should take these loose parts, gears, all these equipment, rubber bands and motors, the list go. I think maybe the next show we have, we're probably gonna have to call out some of these things that.
Yeah, 'cause it's a lot.
It's a lot of stuff. So take all of this and build something that you believe that could solve a problem, right? That is, what's the theme for this year? I think it has something to do with carbon.
Carbon capture.
Carbon capture? Okay,
yeah,
carbon capture. Right? So that's the theme for this year.
Ghostbusters. That's the first thing coming to my head.
And I think the reason why the theme is like that is because of what is going on now. Climatic changes. So the question is, how can you build a machine or a robotic machine to actually assist with trying to control how the temperature, is going on. Or, the sun is extremely hot. Right? So now we have to come up with a solution from a prototype perspective. How can we help to control this? And I think that's the whole nature around the challenge. And so when the team begin to build their bots, I think, I'm sure everyone's going to be here to give updates on what is going on with the team building. So that is actually something good. I just want to say again to our listeners who are new, we are here at Win FM, yes, 98.9, with Let's Talk IT. That has an awesome theme. The song, you know, that theme song was developed by Naeem and Lord, I forget.
Javid.
And Javid, I saw Javid today. You know, Javid was at the college today. He came to shoot some video shoots. So I'm just saying, Javid. Yeah, you know, I'm just giving you a plug there because you know I forget your name.
Anchor.
No, yeah. So Javid and Naeem wasn't at the college. It was Javid was at the college and some other students, and so they were there. So Javid and Naeem is actually wrote the theme song, right?
They did.
And it's awesome. So every time I hear it, I have to jam to it. That is my jam. I need to put it on my ringtone. But anyway, all right. So yes, for those who are listening for the first time or just joining us, who knows? We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, LinkedIn, YouTube. Just type in SKNRA and you will see what we have been up to. In terms of the show, yes, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we are all over. Just make sure you type in WinFM, right? 98.9 and you'll find us. For those who would like to call in, you might forget the number, or you might want to save the number for another time to call in. Don't be afraid to call in. We're just having a chat here. All right, so it's 662-0989 or 762-0989 or 466-0989. All right, so back to my awesome guest that we have here, our transformative guest, who will be transforming St. Kitts and Nevis. Yes, we believe in that. All right, we believe in that. And we can go down the road of talking about research and development, because this is what it's all about. At the end of the day, the purpose of all these challenges is for research and development. And I don't think that in the Caribbean region we spend a lot of time and effort and finances on research and development. I don't think so. I think more can be done. I know, and I know somebody
dealing with agriculture.
Yeah, I know that somebody might come out the woods and say, "Hey, but Dr. Neil, of course we have this association." No, let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because whenever we have something that we are, prideful of, we spend money on it. We dedicate our time to make sure it is done. And so we are here as Robotics Association. We are saying, hey, we are here. We are here. If you want to dedicate time and effort and finances, we are here to make sure that we have the best events ever here in the Caribbean region. And so we can start that trend of actually having a massive robotics or STEM or STEAM-related event in the Caribbean here that actually stimulate the young people to start to think outside of the box. Because we can't just be thinking about tourism. We can't be thinking about, what else? Tourism and what else we have before? I think that's one of our main driving thing. Yes. And then, we focus on, preparing our people to have, the degrees and that kind of stuff. But what about the transformative, what I call the transformative industry, where we take advantage of technology, right? To actually change from just sticking to one way of bringing money into the country.
Yes, that's true.
Right? But having young people sitting right here in St. Kitts and Nevis, designing, developing, and money is just flowing in the country because they are developing and designing for other places across the world, and they do not have to leave.
Yes, that's
right?
true.
So I'm just saying, as I said, the wind of change. I'm hoping that the wind might take my voice to all over. And so the powers there be, might come and say, you know what, we need to put some, we need to put some effort and energy. We need to come and work with Dr. Neil and his crew and make sure we have a powerful robotics association where we have events happening for young people constantly. And I mean events that stimulate the young people to cause them to want to design, develop, and change the economical structure of the country. Yeah. All right. So oh my Lord, it's 7:55. Whew. I think we're gonna probably need to ask for some more time. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So, guys, we want we have about 5 minutes left, and I want to hear what each of you would want to say to the young people out there regarding you guys being a part of a transformation. I call it a transformation. What would you say to the young people out there, or what would you encourage them to do, given that you are now a part of the robotics team and you're about to actually build a robot to represent St. Kitts and Nevis? What would you like to say to the young people out there? And I'm going to start from Miss Elliott first. Right? What would you say to young people or your peers in Nevis regarding the robotics team?
Come out of their comfort zone. Try something that they have never tried. To let their ideas flow, let it run well, let them be let them experiment and stuff. Let them try to do something rather than just sit down and be on their phone. Like, 'cause they could be on their phone, like doing something that will help the country bring money in, rather than just sitting there doing nothing and giving other countries revenues.
I think that was awesome.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I think that's awesome. I mean, do something new. Yeah, I think one of the things that prevents us is the fact that we believe that we're not supposed to try anything new because it might fail.
Yeah, they stick to the basic stuff.
Okay, so let me just say this to our audience. For all those persons who want to be a part of Robotics Association, right? We encourage students to fail at what they do and do it again. You never stop until you get it. So the first time you do it, that's okay. You fail at it, fine, no problem. Go again. All right, we have 3 minutes. Hiten, what would you like to say to the young people out there about the robotics team?
I would like to say you can do it too. It's like
Hiten, you there? I'm not sure if Hiten.
yeah, sorry about
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah, it's not that you can't do it. It's just like you need to get started. Don't wait. Like as Miss Elliott said, don't sit on your butt and waste time. Get started and input your ideas because we need as many minds and innovators as possible
That's
on
so true.
projects that will help develop country and put the name out there that we're actually doing something.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. Michael.
Ooh, well, this is gonna be hard because it seems that Yakira and Hitten went with the same idea I was going to say.
We have 2 minutes.
Ooh, 2 minutes. Okay, I'll just say just grab any opportunity you see, and this is a very big opportunity. Sorry, man. This is a very big opportunity, as like my mom said. Keep saying, just don't wait, just go for it, right? Because this will surely help St. Kitts, as I'm sure everyone knows St. Kitts has a big, huge brain drain. I'm not sure if you know what brain drain is, but that's like many people would go to leave the country to study somewhere else and apply that knowledge to help that area instead of St. Kitts staying in St. Kitts to help with that. So take this opportunity, help everyone, your peers, and also yes.
Oh yes. All right. We have 1 minute, so I'm gonna let our host to be next week say something before we close out.
Okay, let me say a couple of things before we go because
you have about 30 seconds.
Real quick. So
30 seconds.
As I said, as Shafiq said and others said, when the opportunity shows, take it instantly because you never know when that the opportunity goes. It might be a one-time offer and you will never see it again. So don't be scared. Just push towards it. It might benefit you in the end.
All right. So it's 8 o'clock. I want to say thank you to all our listeners. We had a caller, Miss Henry, always listening to us. And so we want to shout out to our sponsors, TDC, SKNRA, and IITA. Thank you very much for making this possible. Thank you to WinFM. They have been a boss.
Big time.
Big boss.
Big boss.
Right? 98.9. So thank you again, and we'll be here next 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Peace, and we're out.
All right, see y'all.
Night all.
We're talking IT.
Yeah, alright, ooh,
We're gonna keep it live.
Okay.
Learning here is like
Hey.
when we're talking IT. IT.
yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We attituders, we got the humor.